This is K1DBC. All stations please stand by. The Denver Radio Club Learning Net starts in 5 minutes. Shit, why am I not?
Hey everyone, it's Magenta here at Supply Frames Design Lab, and we've been so impressed with all the open source hardware that's been submitted to the Hackaday Prize so far this year. We want to take an opportunity with the help of Supply Frame and DigiKey to look back at some of our past grand prize winners and see how far they've come. Haddington Dynamics was recently acquired by Ocado Group, a global technology company providing an end-to-end online grocery platform to some of the world's largest retailers. Dexter is a highly dexterous, lightweight, low-cost robotic arm that can be applied to a wide range of applications. The unique combination of the arm's design, construction, and control method unlock new opportunities of force-guided robotic manipulation at a low cost that wouldn't otherwise be possible.
Almost like 70% of the robot is 3D printed. We're using Markforge, which is a kind of a higher end 3D printer. They have continuous carbon fibers, so we're able to get like aluminum strength out of the parts, even though they're 3D printed.
Another thing about Dexter that makes it different from robotic arms is its optical encoders, which gives it the repeatability and precision that it requires.
The FPGA, the supercomputer on the robot, allows us to get accuracy out of 3D printed parts, which is unheard of. So we can be cheap and precise at the same time.
One of the things that joining the Hackaday Prize really inspired us to do was make sure that all of the parts of the arm were documented, and it actually gave us a lot of great engineering feedback on the arm.
I got him pretty good, RIK, KU0SUM. I'm down here in Littleton closer, or Lakewood closer to Jed and Littleton.
Heard our names
KU0SUM.
for winning the grand prize. It was amazing. It's largely undescribable, honestly. Winning the prize really helped our company with recognition, and also the prize money allowed us to upgrade our production a little bit more. Whether you win or not, you're still going to meet some great people and get some new feedback on your inventions.
Community is amazing, the amount of people I've met that I'm still friends with, and like.
You know, we did something new and different in a different way, and that stamp certainly cemented it.
Without a community, you really don't have innovation.
It helps to be on the right frequency when you transmit over the air. So I did not transmit over the right frequency the first time I transmitted there. So we'll get the net started here in just a minute. Appreciate everyone's patience. Good evening to everyone. Don't hesitate to ask any questions on here, or let me know if anything. Let's see. Be good timing here, I guess. This is K1DBC. The DRC Learning Net will start in 1 minute. All stations please stand by while the repeaters are placed into net mode.
PL off.
Hello and welcome back to the Denver Radio Club Learning Net for the week of April the 6th, excuse me. A great place to learn about ham radio and STEM topics in general. Thankfully, we have plenty of combined experience and expertise. This is K1DBC, Kilo 1 Delta Bravo Charlie. My name is Daron and I am Net Control. We meet every Wednesday, except the third Wednesday of the month, at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time on 145.490 and 448.625. Both have a negative offset. This net can be broken at any time for emergency or priority traffic by using the word break. Is there any emergency or priority traffic at this time? You can contact us via email at drclearningnet@gmail.com, Elmer at W0TX.org. We also post info at groups.io/G/ham learning net, as well as stream and archive our nets on youtube.com/my call sign, which is K1DBC. You can also search for our club's call sign, W0TX. This is K1DBC Net Control. We will begin by inviting Elmers only to check in. With or without traffic, all Elmers, please check in now.
Alpha 0, Juliet Kilo. A0JK, Fred in Arvada. Good evening, and we've got traffic.
Net Control wishes to thank and acknowledge the following Elmer. AA0JK, Fred, with traffic. Thank you so much for checking in. As always, we'll come back to here in just a bit. Once more, if you'd like to check in as an Elmer, with or without traffic, all Elmers, please check in now. All right, all other check-ins to the net will be taken in alphabetical groups based on the first letter of the suffix of the operator's call sign. That is the first letter after the number in your call sign. If you can, please try to use ITU phonetics for your call sign and indicate if you have traffic or questions as you do. If your suffix begins with the letters A through M, Alpha through Mike, please check in now.
Kilo 0, Bravo Alpha Tango, Art and Aurora, no traffic.
Bravo Kilos, Sierra, Barb and Wheat Ridge.
Kilo 6, Hotel Juliet Victor, K6HJV, Tom Arvada, no traffic.
This is Whiskey Alpha 4, Mike Bravo Golf, Bob and Aurora, no traffic. This is Kilo Foxtrot 0, Alpha Whiskey Charlie, Brian, Wheat Ridge, no traffic.
All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. We'll go ahead and hold up there for just a moment. Net Control would like to welcome knowledge of the following check-ins. K0BAT Art, W0BKS Barb, K6HJV Tom, WA4MBG Bob, and KF0AWC Brian. Thank you all so much for checking in. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control for the Denver Radio Club Ham Learning Net. Once more, we'll take call suffixes A through M, Alpha through Mike. If you'd like to check into the Denver Radio Club Ham Learning Net, please check in now with your call sign, your name, and let us know if you have traffic or questions. Please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot Papa India, Brown and Lakewood, no traffic tonight.
All right, in that time we had KF0FPI. Ron, thank you so much for checking in. We'll go ahead and open the whole alphabet, A through Z, Alpha through Zulu. If you'd like to check into the Denver Radio Club Ham Learning Net, please call now.
W0TX Repeater.
Kilo 0, Yankee Echo Sierra, Kid in Broomfield, no traffic.
KF0 HVN, Scott and Golden, no traffic.
KG5 PDF Jake, no traffic.
November 0, Tango Romeo Papa, Jim in Lakewood, good evening.
All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Hold up there for just a moment. Net Controller would like to welcome knowledge of following check-ins: K0YES Ken, KF0HVN Scott, KG5 PDF Jake, and N0TRP Jim. Thank you all so much for checking in. All right, again, this is Daron, K1DBC Net Control for the Denver Radio Club Ham Learning Net. Great place to learn about STEM topics, ham radio. Thankfully, we have a lot of experience and expertise. If you'd like to check in over the air, please do so with your call sign, your name. Let us know if you have any traffic or questions. And we're taking the whole alphabet, so please call now. Thanks, everyone, for checking this stuff out here. Again, this is K1DBC Net Control. As a reminder, if you want to check things out online, youtube.com/K1DBC. Just some behind the scenes, some additional context to what we speak about. So you can check that out if you'd like. I'll put the call out once more. If you'd like to check into the Denver Radio Club Ham Learning Net, just at the moment, please call now. All right, with that, I will take official check-ins throughout the net, but please don't hesitate to check in if nobody's speaking. Pretty casual conversation here. With that, we'll throw it over to Fred, A0JK. The net is yours. Go ahead.
A0JK, good evening, everyone. And to start off with here, we just got a letter here, or note from the ARRL, concerning the upcoming QST magazine. The May issue, they say, will probably be late, and it might be getting delivered on clay tablets or parchment paper. No, they are having problems getting paper from their suppliers, and transport issues there. So they have had to resort to a paper company that is going to be putting them in a position where their magazines are going to be looking just a little bit different paper-wise. So the magazine will probably be late, May issue will be late, and it won't be printed on the paper that normally you expect. So that's going to be interesting to see how that all turns out. Also, I got a note here from the Elmer website, web page there from Scott, KF0HVN, and he was having issues with antenna problems due to his small backyard. And so we returned his email there and made some suggestions there for him. And also congratulations to Scott there for getting his ham license. Just now recently got his ham call. But also ran into some videos here on the chameleon antennas. And note, these are all made in the U.S. of A. And in particular, they had some videos there for, let's see, which one was it? Hang on here a second. The MPAS-2 antenna got a review video there on that, and looks like a pretty nice antenna there for someone who is real estate challenged. So you might want to take a look at that YouTube web site there. And let's see, that's youtube.be as in Baker Echo /8YBD. It's 8 Yankee Bravo Delta, and Tango 2 Echo Tango 1 Bravo Alpha. So if you need me to repeat that, we can do that. But you can also get that video at chameleonantenna.com. They'll have that posted there also with some others there. They also have a loop antenna. If you're so inclined to go the loop route, looks like a pretty nice setup there also. But anyhow, that's it from here. We will turn it back to net control. This is AA0JK.
All right, AA0JK. Fred, this is K1DBC Net Control. Yeah, good information there about supply chain issues. Bring it back to what you're talking about there to begin with was ARL. Their printed media is they're facing issues with that. So yeah, there's a whole nother conversation about print media dying. Death is probably a long time ago, but it's always have a good medium, whatever it be. But yeah, really interesting on that. Yeah, and as you mentioned, the MPAS-2 modular portable antenna system looks like it's configurable in many configurations to cover 6 meter to 160 meter. 100 watt single sideband or 50W CW can be converted into vertical, horizontal, inverted, NVIS, balcony. So a bunch of interesting stuff here. So yeah, pretty good video there. I wonder if anybody has any comments, questions about what Fred had brought up there so far or anything else. Please on now.
WD0CIV, Charles and Denver, WD0CIV, Charles and Denver. Anyway, just checking in, no comments.
All right, WD0CIV, got you checked in, not a problem. Yeah, you definitely don't have to check into that if you don't want to. I would definitely appreciate all the check-ins we can get. I know there's probably a lot of people listening out there, so yeah, we'd love to get you into the fold one day, but yeah, appreciate all the ears out there. So with that, I'll throw it out to the net. This is K1DBC Net Control. Any other comments, questions, check-ins, anything else so far for this evening's net? Please call now.
W0TX repeater.
Kilo Echo 0, Sierra Uniform Mike, check in.
And that time we had KE0 s.t.e.m. Jonathan, thank you so much for checking in as well. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. I'll put the question out there. With wind activity yesterday, I don't know where some of you all may live, but there was quite some ferocious winds there, up to 116 mile per hour reported. So really, really crazy winds. I hope everybody's doing okay. Hopefully your properties are staying up, and any antennas that you may have hopefully haven't fallen down. But I wonder if anybody has any stories or any victims of that. Let us know. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Yeah, definitely go make sure and inspect your equipment. If you do have any mounted antennas outside, whether it be on a roof or on a mast or wherever it may be. But as long as things are sturdily put down, hopefully it survived. But those were definitely some strong winds. Yeah, 60s, 70s, 80s throughout the metro Denver area. So really freak gusts. I'm surprised I can't find more information, but this all goes back to the National Weather Service and weather spotting and things we talk about. So weather spotting definitely is for the minutia and kind of the details. And maybe just in my area, it was kind of it was insane, but maybe it was just too obvious that they didn't really need anybody to report it. But power went out for about an hour and a half consecutively over last night. Never hasn't done that, really, ever in the 10 years that I've been here. So crazy stuff. So once more, I'll put it out to the net. Anybody have any stories or anything you'd like to bring up about any crazy winds or severe weather that you may have suffered yesterday? Please call now. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. I could definitely bring some more things up here, but I'll just take this opportunity to take official check-ins. If you're just tuning in, my name is Drone, call sign Kilo 1 Delta Bravo Charlie. This is the Denver Radio Club Ham Learning Net, great place to learn about ham radio and STEM topics. If you'd like to check in over the air, please do so with your call sign. We're taking all call suffixes, all call signs. Please call with your call sign, your name, and let us know if you have any traffic or questions. Please call now. Okay, this is K1DBC Net Control. I'm sure I can bring up a story or two here, but we have plenty of time here this evening. If anybody has any comments, questions, check-ins so far, please let us know. Otherwise, I can keep bringing things up here. But yeah, from the National Weather Service Twitter Boulder account, National Weather Service NW at NWS Boulder, tweeted winds were screaming in some areas. Early morning reports topped 100 miles per hour in higher mountains, 70 to 80 in wind-prone areas of foothills and northern plains near the Wyoming border. Denver Metro peak 50 to 60, and they had an interactive map. Yeah, really interesting stuff there. I'm sure that they probably have some infrastructure in place to measure. They have some equipment to measure that as you can build in your own home. That's another aspect of ham radio we don't we don't speak about too often. But weather monitoring, you can build a weather monitoring station and provide that information via APRS. For example, APRS.fi. I'd be interested to go and see some of the weather stations. I didn't think to do that yesterday. But yeah, there's some weather stations on there. They might be able to report. Yep, they do report temperature, wind, and stuff like that. So aprs.fi, another great resource and tool to do some citizen science and understand the weather around you. All provided by radio amateurs.
Comment, S.t.e.m.
All right, Pete, I'll get to here in just a second. Yeah, good question. KE0, S.t.e.m, Jonathan, go ahead.
Hey, Jerome. Thanks for taking the net, but I have to always give the plug because I love hidden transmitter hunts. So the one on Sunday starts at 9, and actually this will probably not last very long. It's designed for a novice transmitter hunter. Really all you need, probably an HT. You can tape measure antenna to help, but it's only a 3-mile by 3-mile area. So it's 120th down to 96th Avenue and only from Sheridan over to Huron. So it's a very small playing area. So it's designed for the novice. If you want to come out and hunt, it should be pretty easy, so to speak. And then you get to hang around and talk to a bunch of fun people. But if you'd like more information, get a hold of Robert, N0CFM, or myself. You could email me. I'm good on QRZ and KE0SUM. But it's such an easy hobby sport for a novice technician licensed to play, and it's way fun. So I had to put in that plug, Drone. Thank you.
All right, KE0SUM, Jonathan. Yeah, thank you for the information there. This upcoming weekend, 120th to 96th in Sheridan, Huron. So yeah, you can contact KE0SUM or N0CFM, both over on QRZ for more information. And as far as I know, you don't actually really need to be licensed to participate in those. I don't know if there's any transmitting required in these cases, but for the most part, these you don't need to be licensed to participate in most of these. It's mostly just using a handheld and receiver only, and just listening and using land navigation skills. So really cool stuff there. Thank you so much there, Jonathan. Perfect. Yeah, really, really cool stuff there. Yeah, more information, amateur radio direction finding, fox hunting, as it's been called. We see it in it has actual uses within beacon finding for avalanches or hiking people or people that hike that have beacons for lost in emergency purposes. Really cool stuff here, and if you work with different areas groups, that may come in handy for a real life situation. So yeah, really cool stuff there.
W0TX repeater.
This is K1DBC Net Control. We actually had a question online from Peter. I don't have the call sign just at the moment, but that's not a problem. But they had asked, can windmill farms on the Eastern Plains continue to operate at those types of speeds that we were talking about, 100 miles per hour, 80 to 100 miles per hour, to gain a windfall during this extended period of high winds? So can we get a lot of energy, if you will, a lot of free energy? Or do the wind companies need to shut them down? That was N1GUM. So yeah, good question there. Anybody on the air potentially work in the industry of electricity, electrical engineering at high power, wind turbine potential? and safety aspects of it. What are the maximum kind of operating capacity of those? Anybody on that? This is K1DBC Net Control. I'll throw it out to the net. Please call now.
I'll comment. S.t.e.m.
Yeah, KE0SUM. Jonathan, go ahead.
I was born and raised in the great state of Iowa. Only been here 40 years plus. But my brothers still live there, and they study this. And Iowa has a lot of wind farms. A lot of wind farms. And that's because Iowa has this a low, steady breeze that works just perfectly for wind power. But no, if the wind becomes too great, of course it's all electronic, computerized, but they then shut them down and stop them from working. I'm sure it'd be way too hard on the bearings and other mechanisms, but I know that they love the gentle wind, not something very high. And I think that's true in Colorado up by Wyoming border. I'd have to look at what Excel's doing up there. KE0SUM, back to net.
All right, very cool there, Jonathan. KE0SUM, kind of just a very recursive search. Yeah, it looks like what you've kind of mentioned. They work better at slower speeds. They're huge. If you've ever been, I'll have to try to bring the photo up, but on the railroad near that runs along Santa Fe, you can often see wind turbines, and they're huge. So, yeah, it's really, really cool stuff there. So, yeah, really interesting stuff. I wonder if anybody has any other comments or questions on that, or GOM Online. If you have any other comments or questions on that, go ahead. This is K1DBC Net Control. Nope, that's not it. I'll throw it out to the net. Any comments, questions, check-ins at the moment, please call now. Can't find the exact one of the one that I see at Oxford and Santa Fe, but these are huge turbines, probably on the same trains, BNSF or something like that. But you'll see these rolling down, and just hundreds of these, and these are just huge. So not really doing it justice right now, but yeah, really interesting stuff there. Interesting source of power and energy. And we definitely saw a lot of it earlier on in last night, and going on in today into tomorrow potentially. Yeah, really, really interesting stuff there. So I'll throw it out to the net. Any comments, questions, check-ins, anything else so far for this evening's net? Please call now. All right. I can continue to bring things up here. We definitely have another half an hour of the net. Let me see if I can find something, but I'll throw it out to the net. Any other comments, questions, check-ins, anything else so far for this evening's net? Please call now.
Hey, Jerome, can I throw out just a question I've been thinking about? And, I have kind of an abstract mind, but I think it might be interesting. KE0SUM.
Not a problem. KE0SUM, Jonathan. This hobby encompasses quite a bit. So yeah, go right ahead.
For some reason, for a number of, I don't know how how long, but I've been thinking about linear amplifiers and why ham radio operators want to do more than 100 watts, which is my 891 does 100 watts, and as you know, I do some QRP, and then we're talking low watts. But I wonder if anybody listening has an idea of why people want, want to do 1,500 watts. It's, I guess, to really throw their voice out and make contacts everywhere. But I think you can do that successfully with other modes. So I'm just curious. Thanks.
Good question there, KE0SUM. Just want to make sure I wasn't doubling there. Yeah, why would somebody, what are the needs, the use cases for up to 1,500 watts, 1.5 kilowatts is, I think, our maximum peak. I'm losing it, but yeah, what I was looking up there was contest stations. You know, people who have the property and the ability to set up huge antenna farms and have the ability to set up a contesting station. That is definitely one aspect of it, I'm assuming. So I'll throw it out to the net. What other use cases or reasons would you need more than 100 watts? Because we can do quite a bit with just 100 watts nowadays, as we can see. But yeah, go. I'll throw it out to the net. Go ahead.
PDF.
Yeah, KG5 PDF. Go ahead.
It just sounded like a good place to jump in there. Is it just my end, or is there a lot of static cutting in and out on the machine?
KG5 PDF. Not that I'm hearing from my end, at least. It doesn't hear a lot like a lot of static. Is it for myself or anybody in particular, or just kind of in general? All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. It sounds like you may have cut out there. KG5 PDF, if you have anything else on that, go ahead.
W0TX repeater. Oh, see, you came in good that time. Yeah, I missed most of your previous transmission there. It was audio dropping out with a heavy static coming and going. I know I've got some local QRN problems here, so if no one else is hearing it drop, that would tell me that it's on my end. Hang on a minute, though. Continue on. I'm going to make sure I don't have a receive PL tone configured on this memory.
All right, not a problem. PDF, yeah, come back whenever you want on that. Yeah, I'll throw it out to the net. As Jonathan K0SUM was asking, we are often enthralled by the siren call of, if you will, of linear amplifiers and 1,500 watts, and you know, throw more power at it, power, and you'll get more out there. Nowadays, we have digital modes, FT8, things like that, that are low power requirements. So you don't even need that much power, and we can see where we can get out with that with things like PSK Reporter. So yeah, why would we want or need a lot of power? As I mentioned, contesting stations. So I'll throw it out to the net or SUM. Go ahead.
K0 GPA, Bob in Lakewood.
Yeah, K0 GPA Bob, I got you checked in, and if you have anything on that, go ahead.
Yeah, I heard your question. I was in the garage here. Yeah, a lot of times on the bands, especially 80 and 40 at night, they're real noisy and people can't hear you that good, so more power helps, especially 80. I listen to these guys on 80 a lot with usually running a 500 watts or more. And yeah, even on FT8, I know a lot of people on FT8 that are running a kilowatt, so because they want to get these foreign countries. So, but yeah, it's your own choice, I guess. But it's nice to have at least a couple hundred. I only run 100 myself, but a lot of times a couple hundred watts it helps out on band conditions mostly.
Hey, Bob, good to hear you this evening. K0SUM Jonathan here, but yeah, you go bicycle mobile all the time, so you don't run a lot of power, but a good explanation, depending on band conditions. I get your point. 7-3.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know. I only run, I've been licensed almost 50 years, and I've only run 100 watts, but there's a lot of times I wish I would have had more power, especially on 80. During next couple of months, 80 is going to get real noisy because of the lightning and crashes and stuff. And yeah, if you got a good antenna, that makes a big difference too. It gives you a lot better signal with 100 watts.
All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Good information there, yeah. Yeah, the more power you do have, the better chance you do have to get through and not be that faint station and chasing those contacts. So, yeah, a lot of opportunity out there. I mean, if that is your thing, that might be why you would choose to do that. So, if that's what you're looking to do, that might be a reason to get more power. But yeah, most modern radios have 100 watts or so for HF. Yeah, s.t.e.m or anyone else on that, go ahead. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. I'll throw it out to the net. Does anybody else have any comments, questions, check-ins, anything else you'd like to talk about, or anything else? Bring up what we've spoken about so far. Band conditions, projects you're working on, weather, spotting, fox hunting. We've kind of covered a lot of things here this evening. Wind farms, lots of stuff. So if you have any comments, questions, or any other check-ins, please call now. This is K1DBC Net Control. I can bring up a few stories, but we have another 20 minutes or so. If anybody has any comments, questions, check-ins, anything else you'd like to bring up for this evening's net, please call now. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control over on arl.org. They have revamped their webpage. Let's see if looking at a meme here, if you will, the picture of Pam from The Office asking her to tell the difference between between these two photos, and one is the old ARL website and the one is the new one. That's how about I feel a little bit for being 4 days down for 4 days or whatever it was. It doesn't look too much different, but they've integrated some things like two-factor authentication, more especially from a security aspect, is awesome. So you can use a I don't have it set up on this one, but you can use well, I don't think it actually worked for me when I tried it, but Google Authenticator or anything like that's for your login, so that is nice. But overall, looks fairly similar. Hopefully, it means that they're just setting themselves up for success in the future. So yeah, more information on that, just arl.org. You do have to sign up for a new registration, or just register again. It'll allow you to set up a one-time password, or excuse me, authenticator through your email. So yeah, good stuff on that. This is K1DBC Net Control. I can bring up a few other things, but I'll go ahead and drop for a moment and see if anybody else has anything else for the net. Please call now.
K0SUM, can I jump in one more time, Drone?
No. Of course. Sorry, not a problem. This is K1DBC, not a problem. Absolutely, go ahead.
Well, you just caught me in a really good mood this evening, and I had a question for anybody listening. So, I'm Jonathan, KU0SUM, and I do work for Ham Radio Outlet. And I only do 3 days a week, but people constantly call me and come in and say, what is the best way to study for your ham radio license? Tech and or general. And so what would other people tell them? Because I'm constantly torn about this. I've done computer, but so many people like the books. So if you don't mind, can you just throw out that question, Drone? KE0S1.
W0TX repeater.
JK.
Great question there, SUM. Yeah, there's definitely plenty of different study methods, but I'll throw it over to A0JK Fred. Go ahead.
AA0JK. Yeah, kind of depending upon one's background, there's a lot of books out there that are available for study purposes, but we've got a gentleman down in the Colorado Springs area, can't remember his name, but he puts out a publication there that is extremely good for people who don't have any background in electronics, that a lot of people could use who want to get their technician license. Let's see, Gordon West, he does an extremely good job of explaining the questions as they go through with the correct answers. Gordon West is a good publication, but the books are extremely good. But also, if KO0EOG, Dave Kassler, he's got the videos. So if you get the ARRL's manuals and go through his videos, he takes you through all of them and explains them in a way that anyone can understand, even if they don't have any electronic background. So I would highly recommend some videos to go along with the texts. AA0JK.
All right, A0JK Fred, this is Daron K1DBC. Yeah, good information there. I don't know why I'm not finding this so easily here, but Gordon West's publications, his technician class, or different class books, you can get at Ham Radio Outlet locally, and maybe see Jonathan for yourself. But yeah, paper books, and it's essentially comes down to this. Let me drop here for a moment. Whether it's through paper or digital format, the question and answer pool is all public. So it's just different medium. Studying from what I have taken away from the ham radio classes is just different mediums definitely helped, whether it be through video or audio or whatnot. A big help was hamstudy.org. They use a flashcard type system or different type things that you can kind of go through and read the answers. And this is a lifelong hobby, and it may take a whole life to really truly understand the basics of electrical engineering and computer science and all the engineering skills that really go into this hobby. And so it's you can go through the tests and through different matters. So good question there. S.t.e.m, I'll throw it out to the net, or S.t.e.m, go ahead.
Drone, I will follow up with this comment. Usually I have to ask each person about some of their experience and what they'd like to do, and you can kind of find out something in a minute or two about people and where they want to go, and then I can just direct them toward, you can almost tell if they want to do a book or study online. And often I don't sell a book. I just say go to qrz.com and do their online tests and you'll be fine. But I like to take the time. I do agree it's up to the individual. KE0SUM.
All right, KE0SUM. This is Net Control K1DBC. Yep, should have seen this earlier, but 5 tips to ensure victory on the your ham radio exams, and probably any exam in general. Setting a deadline. In terms of ham radio, they're saying learn the math, memorize the rest. Amount of math increases as you move through the license exams. It's not as hard as it sounds. It's basically basic multiplication, division, not too difficult. Use multiple modes of learning, as we spoke about. You can use text-to-speech to convert text into an MP3 file, for example, and listen to that while you're jogging or while you're driving, and then you can watch a video of it, of somebody going through the questions or of somebody explaining it, and then you can read through the flashcards, things like that. Study the correct answers, not distractors. Spend your time learning the correct answer and worry less about the distractors. Limit your study. Don't set your date too far out in the future. The idea is to spread out study consistently over multiple days to increase memory retention. Test or pass fail. Minimum passing score of 74%. So it's not too terrible. So don't be afraid to go out there and try getting your different license out there. So this is K1DBC Net Control. Anybody have any comments, questions in regards to that? Please call now.
A little bit of humor. 74% is like a C, but it doesn't matter. Once you get your license, you're a technician. Nobody knows what score you got.
Exactly. The doctor with the lowest score in class is still called a doctor. So, pass is a pass. So, yeah, do it. Be proud of yourself and get it out of the way while it's free. There'll still be testing available for free. I think through the I actually don't know how the lower VE team ties into this new exam fee. This actually goes into a good news that we can talk about, the new licensing fee structure. I can drop here for just a moment.
Daron?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, which doctor would you like doing surgery on you?
All right. Good point. This is Daron K1DVC. Very cool. Doctor that passes their education. That's what I would love to see. So, talking about the exams, starting April 19th, new license fees will apply to new applications, but not upgrades, of $35. And they'll be for people under the age of 18. The ARL will cover it once for them. Let's see here. Let me drop.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just a little fill in there for my previous comments there concerning studying for your ham radio license. That's Stu Turner. Stu Turner does the publications, excellent publications. You can get those, I believe, down at HRO, hamradioschool.com on the internet there if you want to take a look at that. But he does an excellent job of explaining everything and getting you up to speed there for getting your license. AA0JK.
All right, A0JK. Yeah, good. Another resource there, hamradioschool.com. Study guides, getting started, quizzes, yeah, all sorts of stuff. And remember, this stuff is free. You don't have to pay for anything if you don't want to. These tools just might provide some additional resources for you that might enable you to get that extra license. So very cool stuff there, Fred, A0JK.
Yeah, that book is also available at Amazon.com. Stu Turner's books are also available at Amazon.com if you're not close to HRO. AA0JK.
Look at his happy little face. So happy. All right, this is K1DVC Net Control. Good information there again. So again, let's see. Yeah, as you go to test, there will be a new application fee. And any ARL sanctioned clubs have already, for the most part, charged $15 to take a test, an exam. So $35 isn't a far cry from that. But, probably we are rolling into services provided by the FCC that they are having to upgrade and whatnot. So over time, technology changes, whatnot. So I think we're still getting a pretty good deal here. We get to do quite a lot as ham radio operators. So yeah, this is K1DVC Net Control. If anybody has any comments, questions in regards to that new upcoming fee, again, April 19th. Any testing after that, a $35 fee will apply to applications for a new amateur radio license. Let's see, renewal and vanity call signs. So not upgrades that are not apply to upgrades. Correct. Yeah.
Also make comment on there, anyone under 18 years old get a break. The testing from the ARRL VEs will only be $5 instead of $15, and they get a break there for also, I guess, they get kind of a reimbursement for the fee. So Mike, make a comment there that you've got up on your screen there, Daron. AA0JK.
A0JK, this is Fred, K1D, or this is Daron, K1DBC Net Control, looking at the article here from ARL News article. Paragraph states, anticipating, approved the ARL Youth Licensing Grant Program. It'll cover a one-time $35 application fee for licensed candidates younger than 18 years for tests administered under ARL VEC. They would also pay a reduced exam session fee of $5. Now I'm thinking about that, $15 has probably been the session fee. Okay, so that's what that is. That's interesting. I didn't even really think about that. So the $15 that we pay the clubs is actually going to the clubs, which is awesome. I think I had forgotten about that. So yeah, so on top of the $15, there will also be another $35. So keep that in mind. But for youth under the ages of 18, they won't have to pay the $35 application fee, but to take the exam, they'll still have to pay a fee of $5. So yeah, I didn't realize that. Not just $35 to take an exam. It will now be $50 to take an exam. So that's a little bit more steeper than initially thought there. So yeah, get your testing in done now.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
That $15 does not go to the club, and it does not go to the VEs. That goes to the ARRL, AA0JK.
Okay, yeah, if I misspoke there, I apologize about that, any assumption on that. So, so hopefully it won't be what I had just said there. I'll have to look into that just to make sure from my end here. Hopefully it's not as steep there as I was thinking. It will be just, let's see, exam fee, 2022 is $15. One fee pays for blah, blah, blah. Yes. Maximum reimbursement up to $7 per fee. So there is some reimbursement allowed, but yeah, no, you are correct there. So that fee goes to the ARL. I apologize about that. So, yep. So hopefully they'll still be able to take some reimbursement back to the club. Yeah, it'll only be $35 there. So, cool. Thank you for the follow-up there, Fred. A0JK.
Yeah, our time is free. VEs in our club give their time for free. We don't charge anything for processing those licenses, giving the tests and the licenses. Just like everything else in amateur radio, we give our time and energies without charge. AA0JK.
A0JK Fred, this is K1DBC Net Control. Yep, this is a 501c3 nonprofit, and yeah, everyone is here of their own volition, under their own accord, and pay things out of pocket sometimes for certain things. But definitely we don't take anything from the club or any money out of pocket from anybody. So yeah, all fees go to the ARL for VE testing, and interesting stuff there. So yep, this club is put on by you for people like you all. So we get out what we put into it. So this is K1DBC Net Control. It's nearing the end of the net here. Time is just flying on here near the end. It's not a hard end, not a hard stop though, but I'll throw it out to the net. Any other comments, questions, check-ins, anything else for this evening's net, please call now. This is K1DBC Net Control. Interesting opportunity over the weekend, April 9th, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Public Safety Day at Wings Over the Rockies, exploration of flight to meet public safety heroes and their transportation and learn about their roles in keeping us safe and healthy. So combination of public safety in cooperation with Centennial Airport, Colorado State Patrol, Denver Police, Flight for Life, iCare Ambulance, South Metro, MSU Denver. Cool opportunity to check out some of the public safety vehicles and apparatus that they use for firefighting and for different services. Again, let's see, explorationofflight.org for more information on that. April 9th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's located in it's in Inglewood, in Colorado here. Centennial Airport, I'm guessing. Yeah. Yeah, this is located at the Centennial Airport, if you're interested in that. Let's see, I can bring up a couple of stories just to wrap things up here, but I'll throw it out once more. There'll be a couple more times to check in, or if there's any other comments or questions, let me know. But at the moment, any other comments, questions, check-ins, anything else, please call now.
W0TX
comment.
Yeah, A0JK, Fred, comment, go ahead.
Yeah, on the Chameleon antennas, that package that they've got, the MPAS-2 antenna package is quite a little setup there, combination of several different antennas, everything from a vertical antenna to wire antennas, all in one package, and also the little backpack that it is all fitted into has everything that you need except for the radio itself, the counterpoise, the method of they've got a spike there that your vertical antenna goes into, so where you can just pretty much put it up anywhere. Got the counterpoise, the coax, got everything you need there except for the radio itself. But there's room in the package there to put your transceiver. I know I've got the little G90 radio here that I think I am going to make into a grab and go with one of those packages. We ordered one today, but it'd be real nice to put my keyer and my transceiver in there and have a grab and go. AA0JK.
Comment, S.t.e.m.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
No, Fred, great. You came in. I was kind of thinking maybe the net was ending, but no, I have a G90 also, and I have the MPAS, but I only have the 2 light with the spike and the vertical, and both the counterpoise that can be used as antenna. And what a wonderful setup. And it's also light. Put a little bio-NL battery in, you're set to go. Nice. I'm glad you have one too. KE0SUM. Back to that.
Okay, it's good to get a little bit of feedback there from people who have some of these packages, so that kind of give folks an idea of some of the options that they have. But what I really was impressed with in the video was how it can be just put up and taken down quickly, that if you're in an HOV housing situation, or if you're in an apartment or something like that, or if you want to go out for some peaks on the air, or any number of ways, you've got quite a package there that you can that will get you on the air. AA0JK. Thanks for the comeback.
Well, I've been very impressed with mine. I think it's high quality. It's not inexpensive, but it's such high quality, and it's so durable, and I think it's proven to work. So, KE0SUM, back to you, Drone.
Yeah, that antenna will put you 160 to clear down to what is it? 50. anyhow, it covers the whole band there except for the UHF, AHF, everything, all the HF frequencies in one antenna, AE0JK.
All right, very, very cool. A0JK, Fred. This is a net control, K1DBC. All right, very, very cool there. Yeah, the MPass modular portable antenna system definitely lives up to its name, it sounds like, in its modularity. And again, it's mentioned vertical, horizontal, inverted V, inverted L, NVIS, balcony, manpack, stationary. There's all sorts of configurations. So a little bit of cost to it, but as you can see, the modularity of it, that might prove its worth. So really, really cool stuff there. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Anything else for this evening's net so far? We're probably going to wrap things up here in just a little bit, but anything else, please call now. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. I'll see if I have any other last-minute stories I can bring up. But let's see. One more call. Anything else just at the moment? Please call now. All right. For educational purposes only, this is K1DBC Net Control, if you will, with this kind of story. You know, we've talked about replay attacks a little bit in the past where you can basically capture an RF signal and then replay it. And it turns out that you can unlock car doors doing that. You can do it quite a lot with being able to capture a signal and then replay it back and then retransmit it. So over on rtl-sdr.com, Tesla charging ports opened with Hack RF replay attack. Charging port on electric vehicles is protected via cover that can be opened by charging stations via wireless signal transmitted at 315 megahertz. It turns out the command to open the port is totally without any security. It's without any security. It can be so it's possible to record and recreate it. So quite interesting. A user over on Twitter managed to do that. You know, doesn't have a lot of immediate on the surface purposes that you would think of, but you know, in terms of maybe some sort of cybersecurity attack, as we're seeing nowadays, this could be part of something much bigger. So kind of interesting with technology out there. So this is just using a software-defined radio that you can buy for about $100 or so that can transmit. So interesting stuff there. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. I really don't have much more for this evening's net. This will be the second to final call. Any other comments, questions, check-ins, anything else for this evening's net, please call now. Let's see, I guess before I take the final call, just put out some club business here. Next meeting is April 20th. A couple of weeks from now. Next presentation, 7 p.m. SAT-NAV system presented by John N8UR. Goes into SAT-NAV, the definition going into systems of computers and receivers. What is SAT-NAV? And he kind of try to go into detail where it's at, actually what satellites we're talking to and things like that. So plan to attend the virtual meeting about how SAT-NAV works. He'll provide a system presentation detailing the workings. More information, W0TX.org on that. 7 p.m., meet.google.com link right there. At 6 p.m., we have an Elmers session, very similar to this evening's Learning Net, just a general Q&A, show and tell, but it's all held online. So again, more information, W0TX.org.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Jonathan, on the fox hunt on Sunday, where will they be gathering? Where will they be getting together to start that?
W0TX Repeater.
For this hunt, you can gather anywhere you want, inside or outside the boundaries. We're only talking from 120th on the north to 96th on the south, which is pretty far south. So basically, you can look at 120th down to 104th, and then Sheraton to Huron. So you could hide. You can start anywhere you want, inside or outside the boundaries. But look at Google Maps and see where you would think the transmitter might be hidden. KE0SUM. Good question, Fred.
Yeah, I was thinking that it's for a novice, for a beginner, there should be a pre-get-together to explain how to do a fox hunt, how to use the equipment, and then from a starting point, from that point on to actually do the hunt supervised the first time, so that they can learn how to go about the fox hunt. So one common meeting point, I think, would be beneficial there for a pre talk there, and explanation there of what is all going on there in a fox hunt. Anyhow, AA0JK, I guess I can find that by looking up his contact information there. AA0JK, good evening, everyone. Had a good turnout.
Well, Fred, actually, this hunt is designed for beginners, and we tried to advertise it, Robert N0CFM, at AOL.com. He's good on QRZ. I have been talking to him. I thought I had a new player lined up. I said, anybody want to play with me? I'll just kind of show you the ropes. You get to do it. But, yeah, we usually have 3 or 4 people who would say, for this hunt, if you would like to come along and play, we would let you play with us. We're not exclusive by any means, but so I don't know. We're trying to get the word out a little bit more.
Okay, 73 AA0JK.
All right, A0JK Fred and K0SUM. Yeah, big hard part of this hobby in life sometimes is just letting people know what we're doing and how cool this hobby is. So, yeah, we just gotta let our friends know. N0CFM, Hidden Transmitter Hunting. We're trying to put together a Hidden Transmitter Hunting group, Denver metro area. Contact him, N0CFM at AOL.com. Started in December 2020 and hunted most of the months. So really cool stuff there. So yeah, it's kind of one of these really interesting parts of it, of ham radio. So cool. With that, I'll put a final call. Any other last minute comments, questions, check-ins for this evening's net, please call now. Okay, great net here. This is K1DBC Net Control. Appreciate everyone checking in here. We had a total of 16 check-ins. Appreciate everyone checking in. Let me go back to the thing here. If you'd like to contact us, please feel free to do so at drclearningnet@gmail.com or elmer@w0tx.org. Groups.io, Ham Learning Nets, youtube.com, /K1DBC. We appreciate our Elmers and the club for allowing us to use their repeaters. Again, April 20th for the next meeting. Everyone is welcome to that. Please join us next week for the next Learning Net. This is K1DBC Net Control. Please stand by while I put the repeaters into normal mode.
P L on.
All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Definitely appreciate everyone being here this evening. If you have any comments, questions, don't ever hesitate to reach out to us over the air or via email, and we can go from there. So this is K1DBC Net Control, 732 all. I am clear. K1DBC, I'm out. All right, thanks again, everyone, for joining me on here. I don't think I have much more here to play. Let's see if I can really quickly bring it up. If you weren't here for the beginning of the net, I played a video from hackaday.com talking about their... Ooh, let's see if I can do this quickly in time here. Past prize winners. Let's just play this just as an outro. So everyone have a good evening, and this is 2.5 minutes, so everyone take care.
Hey everyone, it's Magenta here at SupplyFrame's Design Lab, and we've been so impressed with all the open source hardware that's been submitted to the Hackaday Prize so far this year. We want to take an opportunity with the help of SupplyFrame and DigiKey to look back at some of our past grand prize winners and see how far they've come. Haddington Dynamics was recently acquired by Ocado Group, a global technology company providing an end-to-end online grocery platform to some of the world's largest retailers. Dexter is a highly dexterous, lightweight, low-cost robotic arm that can be applied to a wide range of applications. The unique combination of the arm's design, construction, and control method unlock new opportunities of force-guided robotic manipulation at a low cost that wouldn't otherwise be possible.
Almost like 70% of the robot is 3D printed. We're using Markforged, which is a kind of a higher end 3D printer. They have continuous carbon fibers, so we're able to get like aluminum strength out of the parts, even though they're 3D printed.
Another thing about Dexter that makes it different from robotic arms is its optical encoders, which gives it the repeatability and precision that it requires.
The FPGA, the supercomputer on the robot, allows us to get accuracy out of 3D printed parts, which is unheard of. So we can be cheap and precise at the same time.
One of the things that joining the Hackaday Prize really inspired us to do was make sure that all of the parts of the arm were documented, and it actually gave us a lot of great engineering feedback on the arm.
Winning the Hackaday Prize, that was that kept us alive for another 6 months to get more money, and if we didn't win it, then I don't think we'd be here today.
We heard our names announced for winning the grand prize. It was amazing. It was largely undescribable, honestly. Winning the prize really helped our company with recognition, and also the prize money allowed us to upgrade our production a little bit more. Whether you win or not, you're still going to meet some great people and get some new feedback on your inventions.
Community is amazing, the amount of people I've met that I'm still friends with, and like...
we did something new and different in a different way, and that stamp certainly cemented it.
Without a community, you really don't have innovation.
NBC Television.